So they picked them up. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. We do have Team Good Fights as the red, Team Joe Binder as the blue team, and the splits are going to be almost identical. In fact, they are going to be identical. Two warriors on the close points, and just a mass invasion of the middle points here. And let's take a look at the point of view from the good guy. The good guy, of course, being one of the engineers for Team Good Fights. He does have that supply drop available if you wanted to use it. He's going to actually drop out the he's using a toolkit, which is very different and interesting. He also has sticky shoes, which is also very interesting. But he's going to drop that supply drop here, try and push back Falana, but not going to be able to as much as he'd like to. We do see Magic Token here with the Thief for Team Good Fights, also doing a substantial amount of damage here onto Team Joe Binder, and no one's winning at this point. Just everyone's doing a phenomenal job. It is going to be 21 to 21 points as far as team goes. We are going to see the warrior from Team Joe Binder actually go into the area and contest the Team Good Fights close points. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. While the mid is being contested, we are going to see the mine contested here as well.
Yeah, I'm just watching on the Swagulator on the mid fight at the moment. He was doing really well until he actually backed off the point. I'm not really sure why he did that, since there's all three guys from the blue. I think he was feeling the pressure from behind, but wasn't really sure where it's coming from. He was doing really well at staying on the point. So from blue, he was the only guy on their team actually sticking to the point. And pretty much the bunker there, they haven't really got a Guardian or an Ellie or an NG playing bunker, so I've got to go through their specs really and just ascertain who's actually doing it. I'm pretty sure it is the Swagulator who's got bunker duty at the moment, but they've got some good mobility around them. I mean, there isn't much in it at the moment. Red do have 2 cap points at the moment. They've got 75 to 60 points at the moment. Blue keeping together. It's still fairly open. The points aren't being racked up very fast. We do see that Blue did also lose two guys there, so giving up 10 points. Do still see 2 bosses up, so potential to see some boss kills. It's in Red's favour, of course, but at the moment, it's still open.
You know, right now, Good Fight's actually doing a great job at really controlling this map, as we saw in the last matchup between I Eat Rice and Fort Aspen. When right now, the Good Fights and just doing a good job at just really kind of controlling the points. We saw Blue just kind of hesitant to really go anywhere because they were trying to figure out, okay, what's happened. We need to regroup, and it looks like they're going to regroup onto the mid there. We are going to see 3 members, and now, we're going to see 3 members of the Team Joe Binder actually come up from the right side here onto the left here onto the keep, and we do see Zombify up here dealing some heavy condition damage here onto the Ranger of Team Good Fights, being played by Genyen. I believe that is how you pronounce the name. I apologize if I'm butchering that horribly, but that is going to be a 3 cap for Team Good Fights. That is not a good position to be in right now.
Not really. The points are going to be racking up now solidly. Blue just decapped mid.
Yes.
I think just really a bit of luck there, but the guys are back in the midpoint, so they're actually gonna hold that. We see that over at Henge, Blue going for the decap and Henge as well. The magic token, the thief on the red team, doing a good job, just being patient a bit, letting him, even though he's decapped it, but just jumping in there to make sure it doesn't cap it, jumping out again, doing a bit more damage as well. So he's doing well there. Red's bunker just went down on the mid. Miniature Ken, I will call you, from Good Fights, he's just gone down the point. So Blue are actually, they're getting back the mid. They got Henge, 100 points. You can, if you get 2 cap versus 1 and you get some boss kills and some other kills, you can catch up that 100 points quite easily. So Good Fights favour, but you can still come back from this. It's doable.
No, I would definitely agree. They're not out yet. Joe Binder still has a long way to go, though, before they can actually catch up to Team Good Fights. We do see Wanky actually go down there very, very low here. He's going to drop that blinding powder to try and negate some of the knockback and knockdown of this stomp there. Can Good Fights get him up very, very close here? Nice rally there by Team Good Fights. Going to be very, very close there. And we are going to see Gayen actually... excuse me.
I'm pretty sure you said something which I'm just going to avoid there.
Well, you know what? Slip of the tongue, slip of the tongue. It does happen. It's going to be Magic Toker actually going to be going down here as well. Going to be rallied up here by his team. He's going to be popping that withdrawal there once again. Zombify very, very low here as well. Actually going to be stopped out there by Team Good Fights. Wonderful job there by them as well. Unfortunately, we do see a lot of damage also going on to Magic Token here. We do see Sentinel Life here very, very low here. Going to pop that stealth, and unfortunately, he's going to go down here as well. So that's going to be a 2-stomp there out there for Team Good Fights. Magic Token Heartseekering his way down to the close point for his opponent's team there. Going to be actually redirecting himself with that Shadow Step, trying to get back into the mid-fight possibly, and looks like he's going to just kind of try and change his mind a little bit. Going to go after Falana, not going to be able to do much there. Thief versus Thief is very, very hard matchup to kind of try and figure out who's going to win there, but it looks like Falana did come out on top there as far as burst damage goes, but unfortunately Zombify dealing a lot of damage as well to Mini Ken as well as the good guy, and we do see Magic Token come up here, try and get that rally off. Rally off going to go off. Very, very nice job there by Magic Token. AoE heal's going to be coming down here as well. We do see Zombify going to be popping that Spectral Walk as once again, really trying to grab the mobility for his team. He's going to possibly go for the Chieftain, or he's going to walk up from the left side of Keep and go around, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's trying to... He's just respawning and getting back to his team. He could possibly get onto the mid, maybe put some pressure on, put some AoE damage down on the Ranger and the Spirits at the moment. Yeah, it's just regular. Everyone's in the mid, and blue team could peel off and just go and get the close point of the red team. I mean, it's not that difficult. Red are now down one. Now they know that they're outnumbering them. So one guy from the blue, everyone from blue know there's 4 people fighting around Keep. Talk to each other, say, right, who's got the speed, who's got that speed that can get over to mine, decap it. Then they're not getting any points. You're only 110 points behind. Go and decap their home point. And it could have been done by now, but no one's using that initiative, which is something I'm really not seeing in these fights and in these brackets at the moment, is one player using their head and thinking, you know what, we've got 4 and 5 situation. I can go and decap this point. Anyone watching this needs to know that they need to use initiative when you're in this point. Team fights are really fun and exciting, but at the end of the day, they're not going to win you the match. They're just going to win you some credibility. But they need to get around. They can do it. There we go. Someone's doing it now. Someone from blue has heard what I'm saying, and it is indeed swag. See, if I talk about it for long enough, someone's going to do it. So look now.
Nice route there by Swag King. Very, very nice route there by Swag King, keeping his opponent off the point as much as possible. He does have that hammer. He can try and knock him off there, but unfortunately, it does look like Awakui is going to actually just kind of push him back there, and Swag King's going to be forced to come back into the mid here. Magic Toker actually very, very low here. Going to use that withdrawal here. He does have 3 stacks of Torment on him, so every time he moves, he's going to take a lot of condition damage here. But we do see that stomp here off onto the Mini Ken. Unfortunately, not going to be having a date with Barbie anytime soon here. We do see Zombify here going down here once again, very, very low. That cripple and that bleed going to be cleared here almost instantaneously by himself here. We do see Magic Toker and Genzen is actually going to be going down here once again. Genzen very, very low here. Can that rally happen? That tree's going to pop off to try to give him some regeneration. Not going to be the case there, and that's going to be a double stomp out there for Team JoO Binder, and Good Fights still in the lead, but they are slowly losing that lead as Team Binder comes up from their deficit.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen now, because they did that decap on mine, they took one guy away from the mid-fight and they won it. They need to keep doing it, and if they'd done it earlier, they would be very much if not in the lead, at least drawing at the moment. But now Red know what they're trying to do, so they're now going for their bosses, and they're getting those extra points elsewhere. So,
oh, Magic Toker just stole the Chieftain from Zombify. What a great play there. So close. I don't even think Zombify saw him. He was in the bushes. He popped all of his cooldowns, and bam, there goes the Chieftain for Team Good Fights. Wonderful steal there, putting them 35 points extra ahead, and that is going to possibly seal the win there for this best-of-3 matchup for Team Good Fights.
Yeah, but not as dominant as I would have probably thought. I mean, I think this team, even though Zombify hasn't played with them before, is doing very well. I mean, they need to be a bit quicker around the map and using that initiative, like I say. But I mean, it is very easy to get tunnel vision, especially in these big team fights. I mean, Red have pretty much got it at the moment, especially with a kill or so. But they're doing well. This is fairly even. It's not really been. There's not really been any big, massive turnovers or anything major in this match, which is why I think this is kind of open in the next game.